Hello. I know I look really weird, but I'm counting down to Christmas. Hello, Susan Lynn.
Hi, good to see you. And
Yeah,
we're wearing blue.
we
I mean,
are
this is
today.
kind of Christmassy, snowy
It
looking,
is.
sort
I
of.
got a little bit of a Christmas
Oh,
tree
yeah,
in
you
here.
do.
Yeah.
You do.
We just don't have enough days to wear all the fun stuff, so I start right away.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad you have a whole wardrobe to go
I
through. That's
know, it's
great.
fabulous. I have several of these. And yeah, hi, everybody. I'm not ignoring you. It's so good to see you all here. Flora, Sherry, Marg. Let's see who else. Camera Girl, Flora, Catherine Chittick, Michelle Mybell, Spirit Behind the Stars, Vivian. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thank you so much. Yes. I haven't been here since, was it Tuesday, I think? Yeah, because I went home Wednesday for Thanksgiving. And I had gotten some really cool new cards.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, I did. They're called the Unshakable Inner Peace cards, oracles.
Oh, my God. How cool is that?
Oh, they are. And I did some readings on Tuesday before I went home the next day. Everybody loved them. So I have them out. If that's what Spirit tells me to call to, then I'll do that. But I'm guessing you had a nice Thanksgiving, did
I
you?
had a very nice Thanksgiving. Thank you.
Oh, that's good. Do you always give Zoe a treat on Thanksgiving? Does she get?
She doesn't get turkey, but
Okay.
she's come up to be allergic to fowl. She's allergic to chicken and turkey. But
Oh,
yeah, she gets a special treat. Of course, that dog is spoiled rotten. Spoiled
I know.
rotten.
Spoil rotten, but she loves you so much, and she spoils you in some ways too.
She
So
does.
that's all.
She does.
That's all. Yeah,
We're a good team.
you are a good team. So I hope all the rest of you had a great holiday. I spent about 6 to 8 hours giving birth to a kidney stone, and I'm glad it's gone.
Terrible.
I know it. You know, what's funny was about, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, it was Christmas, and Keith had gallstones, and he was in agony the whole day. And of course, you can't get much done on the holiday. Everybody's away. So he had that. He made it through that, and I made it through this. And so thank God I had a hot tub. That seemed to really help. I don't know how, but I had faith in it. I sat in it for a long time. Yeah. So
well, I'm
yes.
glad that gave you some relief.
Yes, thank you so much. Did I name the stone? Let's see.
That should be good. Can we say it on YouTube?
I don't think we can. No.
Can we say the name of the stone on YouTube? Probably not.
Yeah. And it isn't one that I have in my collection. So I'm not.
Yes, not a crystal.
Not a crystal. No. But that's okay. Somebody said you got rid of whatever was ailing you or what, and I'll take that. So
yes, it's releasing. You are releasing.
It is. It is releasing.
Definitely releasing something.
Yes. I don't know if you all have ever heard of Susan Miller. She does she gives monthly astrological on her astrology zone. And, some of it is okay. It's so all over the place for everybody in that, it isn't always. But she told Keith and I, our horoscopes for this month was shit is going to fly, and shit flew. So.
Yes, other things happen. Let's just put it that way. It's been a bumpy ride for you.
It has been a bumpy ride, and it's almost December 1st, so I'm happy. And December, she says it's supposed to be better. It has to be better, so I'm looking forward to it. Hi, Wayne. Hi, Beth. Hi, everybody. I'm glad you're here. All right, so we're going to start in. We got 2 from last week that we have to clean up, and then we'll be moving into this week. So Kathy D wonders if her mother, Edna, who has passed over, has a message for her. It takes a few minutes for us to get
going here.
Yeah.
Okay, Kathy, I don't know if you're in the chat, dear. It helps a little bit because what will happen is I'm going to connect to this energy. I'm going to just start describing the energy. And especially because of the holidays, you guys, everybody's trying to get in touch with you. Believe me, everybody's trying to get in touch with you. So what's probably going to happen during this reading is that even though I'm reading for Edna, one of you guys in the chat, one of your people, thank you, Kathy. One of your people is probably going to come in the middle. Now, a lot of times I catch it and I say, oh, this is a different energy. But if you can take whatever comes for Kathy, that probably means that somebody else is blending with Edna and sort of getting their message in too. So thank you, Kathy, for letting me know, because I like to know that I'm on the right track before I just keep going. For Edna, I'm trying to separate. I have Ednas in my family, so I'm trying to separate my grandmother and my great aunt and my sister. Not my sister, but my.
I have an Edna in my family too. It's
so
an
I'm
unusual
trying
name.
to connect with yours, not mine, right? So, but your Edna seems like a very and just validate initially, and then I'm off to the races. As long as I know I've got the right Edna, I'm good to go. I just don't want to be talking to the wrong Edna the whole time. The person that I'm pulling in is a gentle person. She seems like just very gentle. So she wouldn't be the kind of person who would walk in and tell you, why are you wearing that? She wouldn't say that. She wouldn't be that person. She wouldn't be the person who would walk in and say, you're being too loud in here. She would just be very quiet, very gentle, very loving, a little bit sensitive, meaning that I don't think people knew this about her, but she could get her feelings hurt. I don't think that was known, but that was true. She hid it. She was the matriarch. She was often busy. I feel that she's a little bit heavier. Does this make any sense to you, Kathy? Let me know, and I'll keep going. But if that's not the right Edna, I want to go back and make sure that I get the right one. But she seems a little bit heavier to me. I'm not seeing a tall, thin person. I'm seeing a little bit more of a heavy. She's not heavy. Was she thin? Was she very, because I'm not seeing very, very thin either. She could be. So was everything else correct, Kathy? Just not that she wasn't heavy? Okay. So she's showing me a person who would be quite busy in the background, cooking, taking care of family. Okay. So petite. So she would be taking care of things, kind of busy doing things. Did I get her personality right? Because that's very key. She wouldn't be a person who would tell you at the family gathering, why are you wearing that? That's not acceptable. That's not suitable. She wouldn't have that kind of, out there kind of personality, right? I just want to make sure I got that right, because I want to make sure that I'm talking to the right one. And that's a key component for her. Yes. Okay, great. That's a key component for her. She might be thinking it, but she's not going to say it to you. She was, a little bit like kind of not overly involved. I don't feel like she was super chatty. I feel like she had a strong husband. The husband was strong, kind of a little bit more front and center, right? So anyway, loving. Yes, she was very loving. And I think that she would just gentle, right? From the very beginning, I got this feeling of gentleness. And she would be the kind of person who would, you could go to her in the kitchen by yourself and say, wow, I'm really having trouble. And she would listen to you. So anyway, she sends her love. With these readings, I can't go on and on and on and on because we have a lot of people to read. These are very, very quick things, but she sends her love. There's more there, but I don't have time. I know I saw that, Miriam.
Okay.
I definitely think I have your mother, and I think I have, again, see, blending. What happens during the holidays is a bunch of them will jump on and share the limelight to get the message across. Miriam, was your mother heavier set? Because that would explain why I saw a heavy set, but yet I'm describing the personality of Edna, but the body of Miriam's mother. So this is what happens during the holidays. During the reading, this doesn't happen because I don't have, 50 people in the chat, sending their energy out to their loved ones to say, I want to be here. When you have group readings or you have these kind of things where we have a lot of people together, it's and if they're amenable, right? I mean, like if I had a person who was very strong and no one's going to blend with that person. But Edna is a very sweet person, a very soft person, a very much a giver. Anyway, so her message to you is she loves you. She misses you guys. She knows you guys miss her. I feel like you miss her a lot during the holidays. I feel like things haven't been the same since she's gone. And you know, you would think that's a general thing, but just some people are the glue. You know what I mean? Some people sort of keep the family together. And she kind of did that. I feel like people showed up to see her, to be with her, even though she was not really allowed big energy. You were just drawn to her. She just was, she made things better for you. She felt like the kind of person who would listen to you, and you would feel better. You'd feel better after talking to her. Glue. Great. That's Evelyn. Right. So she's, you know, she's just saying, she's with you. She sits with you in that, you know, in that time when it's, I'm getting chills. She, you know, at night or after dinner and the Christmas lights are on, or the Hanukkah candles are lit, or whatever it is, whenever you're there and it's Christmas, I believe for you, and it's quiet, that's the time she loved, right? And so when you're sitting there and you're looking at that tree and you're reminiscing about all those times, she's there with you. She's there with you in those quiet moments. And she is visiting all the other kids. She doesn't want to leave anybody out. I feel like there's a male, a son. She has a son. You have a brother. There's somebody who really misses her. It could be a grandson as well, but it's a male energy. Again, I have to be quick. I can't really get into the details, but that's the message I have for you. Sorry that went on so long, Allie.
That's all right. No, that's okay. I get here. She wants you to flow. And in doing so, she says, eliminate distractions and stop shining light on things you are not. Only focus on the things that you are, and look at yourself in a very positive way whenever you're feeling down. Okay? All right. Thank you so much. No, it's fine. It's hard to get into that energy and then, you know, after you have,
and then turn it off.
And then turn it off.
Once I'm in the flow, it's hard for me to stop it. Miriam,
of course.
I do think that your mother was in there with her, with Edna. I think they're friends now. I think they made new friends. So that's great.
I agree. Well, this is a different kind of a question from last week, but I do want to give it because it was from should have been done last week, but we didn't have time. Danielle, the spirit scribe, why is the world so focused on bashing and demonizing around Israel and ignoring other countries' treatment of minorities? Example, China and I don't know how to say this word, Uyghurs and the Kurds.
Uyghurs, they're Uyghurs.
Okay. And Turkey and the Kurds. Also, what can your guide say about stopping Hezbollah or Hamas?
That's like one of those, I mean, you know,
I know. Yeah.
That's an over-the-top question in a sense. My guides immediately, do you want to know what my guides are saying right now? Look at America. Look at the hate. Look at the racism. Look at the terrible treatment of people in America.
Yeah.
It's not, you know, unless you're Israeli and that matters to you, or you're Palestinian, right? Then yes. But most of us are all Americans here, and they want us to say, clean up your own backyard. You know, they're saying as America does, so does the world. So when, you know, it's true that when America elects more of a dictator type president, that, you know, here comes Britain, here comes Australia, here comes a lot of other more, you know, first world, so to speak, countries. We have we're leaders here. We have to lead by example. That's what they're saying. Those people they're saying that those people, like say Hezbollah, Hamas, they're talking about this lineage of you know, hundreds or thousands of years of fighting each other, right? Of just having this kind of locked in bias that's much older than America's bias. You know, America is a pretty new country. We're not any better really, but we're newer at it. We have a chance to stop it before it becomes 10,000 years of, bias against each other. So that's what they want to say about that. I don't know if that.
No, I get the same message, which was surrender negative thinking. And it says we have control of our thoughts, refocus on the positive. But I agree with you. And over the weekend, I had heard a part of a podcast that was given that said, we've done the same thing to people here. Look what we did to the Native Americans. And they had been here for 10,000 years. And then Columbus discovered it here. And apparently people had come before the Pilgrims. Yep. And the natives, scared them off, got rid of them, whatever. And this time they decided they would help them and they would be nice to them. And that's what Thanksgiving was. But it only began all of the escalation of all kinds of hatred and eradication of natives through different means, disease, killing, whatever. And I wondered why, I've always been a soft-hearted for the Native Americans for the way they've been treated, always. But it just brought a new perspective to me here. And what we saw with the Armand Arbery last week of the trial, and how that kind of energy is still here. We do need to focus our thinking on more positive aspects, but that sounds like that's not enough. I know that's not enough. It's not enough here. It's not enough there anywhere. So I agree with you 100%. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the question. I'm sorry you had to wait an extra week for it, but now we got Mary Myers, and Mary Myers is wonderful. I had her on my show, and she is the woman that introduced us all to Bob Brunges, the Akashic Record Master.
Right, Mary Myers. Yes, right. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Hi, Mary. I don't know if you're in the chat. Mary's a client of mine as well. So
I think she is.
Yes. Yep. Okay. Would love to hear messages from my dear friend of many years, Anne, who passed away recently. Thank you. Let me connect in with Anne really quickly here, if I can. It's crowded, you guys. It's like a big Christmas party on the other side, right here where I'm at. Everybody's in there. There's not enough room for all the spirits in there. Oh, hi, Mary. So let me bring Anne forth.
Sorry.
There's a lot. I'm having to cut through a lot more chatter than normal. You don't know how she died. She doesn't. I know that's important for us, right? But it's not important for her. She's saying that she went. Are you saying, Mary, that you're concerned about how she died, like foul play, or like it's just it doesn't make sense, right? I feel like, Mary, what you're saying is it doesn't make sense to us, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Died suddenly in the bathroom. You saw that? Okay.
Yeah, I got it. Mary Ann is telling me, she's explaining why you're asking. In other words, Ann is saying it doesn't really matter, right? I'm here. I'm gone. I'm gone from there. I'm over here. I left the building. She's got a sense of humor. Yeah, I mean, if I had to ask her, Mary, I see the blood clot. I would say, I'm hearing the word aneurysm, but I don't know aneurysm. She doesn't need to make me feel it. Sometimes I feel it in my body. Now I'm feeling my chest. I don't really know. I don't know how an aneurysm feels. But anyway, the bottom line is listen, she's saying you guys had some great times together. Why am I feeling like I'm seeing Mary Tyler more? And I'm seeing the spinning around with the buildings, like New York City. Was that in New York City? Did you guys ever go shopping in New York City, or did you guys shop together? There's some kind of relevance to that. and she's saying that she loves you so much. You guys had so much fun together. I'm seeing food. I'm seeing nice food of Thanksgiving. She's talking about she visited you during Thanksgiving. She's talking about a well turned out table. You know, like the finer things, the nice things. Not so much paper plates. Minneapolis. Okay, Minneapolis for Mary Tyler Moore. I just know that it's a buildings. I'm seeing buildings and I'm seeing nicer things. Okay, again, not paper plates, nicer dishes and a nice coat or nice buildings like a city. I'm not seeing her. She's not showing me a cabin in the woods, for instance, right? So I don't know if you guys shop together or if you had fun together like that, or if that's something that she liked to do. But she liked the finer things in life. Do you know if she hit her chin? Did she have something on her chin when she went down, like a bruise or something? Like I'm feeling like she's saying, I just, all I know is I hit my chin. And then she was out. So I don't know anything more than that. Again, these are super, super quick readings. Yeah. I don't have an hour to just spend with her and go through all the memories that she's showing me. You were politically the same. Okay, great. But it doesn't resonate that she liked the finer things in life, that she would like a glass of wine in a glass instead of in a paper cup, I mean, if you had to have a paper cup, there were times when you had a paper cup, right? There were times when you had a glass. But that's basically what she's saying to me. I feel like she was funny, kind of very vibrant, very vibrant woman. But, I think I'll leave it at that and let Allie pull a card.
Mary, I got a card, surrender to effortlessness. I think that she doesn't want you to push so hard. Maybe she's saying I pushed hard and it didn't do me any good. I don't know. The art of living means going with the flow. And I got another one, the flow as well. So I think the flow is coming through for everybody today. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but don't force the river, it says. Don't force the river.
So she's saying that you're saying, Mary, that she didn't like the finer things, that she was more of a cabin kind of girl, and that she was, liked cats and dogs. She's not showing me. I can see a dog. I can see a small dog, but I can see small animals. That's why I like at least one validation in the very beginning to make sure that I've got the right person, and then I can do the reading. But if I'm just reading somebody else's Anne in the chat, then I'm just reading somebody else's Anne in the chat. She was very basic. Let me go back. Let me see if I can figure out which, maybe that makes sense to somebody else in the chat. Was she pretty quiet? Was she pretty like not a talker, pretty quiet? Behind the scenes. She liked to work behind the scenes. Maybe a little bit not super thin. But yes, quiet, demure, don't make a fuss. Does that make sense to you? If the quieter ones they don't come in so quick. And when I have a whole crowd, I'm just told you before I did that reading, I have an entire crowd of people here in spirit with me right now. And I was trying to find Anne in that thing. And if he's the person who stays in the background, then she's not going to like step right up and be talking, more on the thin side. And she was more quiet. Anyway, I'll just say that, I mean, I don't want to spend, I can't spend in these things. It's like super, super quick. I can't even get.
You got 100 people on here with 20
people
relatives
with
that want to
dead
come
people. I
through.
know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
She had, that
Yeah.
might be why my chest hurt. Anyway, Mary,
Oh, okay.
I feel like,
Mhm.
she sends her love. And I think I'll have to move on and in the next reading, if you guys are in the chat, validate something immediately so that if I have the right person, I'll just stay with that energy and I'll just keep reading.
Yeah.
But I really have too many people. There's literally, I've never even felt this many people.
Oh my
in
goodness.
Spirit trying to get into me right now. And I've done group readings with 25 or 30 people in front of me. So, but there's 100 of you, right? Just like Ali said. And if each person has 2 or 3 dead people trying to get in, it's really crowded.
It
so,
is. The only other thing I can suggest is, give it a couple months and come back and ask about the person. And not around a holiday, maybe.
Yeah.
And we can maybe we can connect better with them.
If they're quiet, it's going to be real hard to get them to come through during a time like this. But let's keep moving. Let's just see what we can do.
I do want to stop 1 second. Alice Leong's husband had a heart attack last Tuesday in a procedure. I just want to send lots of love to Jim and to you, Alice. I'm sorry this is happening to you. And as a collective, let's all send some love and light onto Alice and Jim. Okay. And your loved ones. Absolutely. Thank you for letting us know so we could send all that to him. We hope that blood clot just goes right away for him.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, Kathy Persons, it's your turn on The Price is Right. Come on down. Do. Let's see. Oh, I gotta find her thing. Sorry. Whoops. Will I sell my house that I'm living in now and buy another one in the near future?
Yes. I mean, we have to be careful, guys, when you're talking to your spirit guides or you're using a pendulum or whatever. Future could mean 5 years, 2 months, 2 weeks. So spirit is going to say yes. And then you're going to wonder why you didn't do all this in 2 weeks because you were thinking 2 weeks, but you asked for future. So you have to be very specific. Am I going to buy and sell this house in 6 months? Let's just say 6 months. I think yes, and possibly in 3 months. Something may be starting to happen in 3 months, but I can see it happening in 6 months. What do you get, Allie?
Let's see. There was one I wanted to pull. Here it is. All right.
Okay, she wants to know if it's in 1 year.
Okay. I'm getting surrendered to rest and sleep. I'm guessing they don't want you to put a lot of energy into it, that it will come at the right time. It says to honor your need for quiet time and rejuvenate yourself. Maybe that will stop it up a bit if you're not ready to move, the moving part. Not that you don't want to move, but if you know that you are in some kind of a, tired funk and moving is very stressful, that's what I'm getting here. So, yep.
Sorry, yes, it looks good. I mean, the bottom line is the energy looks good for you to do that.
Yeah.
But I think take care of yourself, right? Don't run yourself ragged.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Also, I am hearing that the interest rates are probably going to start going up. When that happens, I don't really think houses sell as fast and or appreciate as fast. That's what I'm thinking. So it might behoove you to wait in that regard, so you can get a better rate and so on. I don't know. All right, we got Noreen Blackstone. Thank you, by the way, for both of you for your Noreen and for your donations. And
that's
Kathy.
Very sweet. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Any messages from me regarding work and travel?
When I look at your name and I go into your energy, Noreen, there is an unsettled energy there around moving. There's an energy there around movement and moving. So travel looks good for you.
Mm-hmm.
as a matter of fact, you love to travel. I mean, that it makes everything else worthwhile. You know, so when you can travel, work is worthwhile, right? That's like your balance. Like, okay, I'm going to do this work, but I need to travel. I think where you want to travel to, it feels like it might be out of the United States, and it feels like there are some countries that are having some issues with this new variant that's out there. So I do think it's going to work, but I think it's going to be a little bit like this thing changes and that thing changes, but overall it works. Okay. Work. You may be, I don't feel happiness around your work from you. I don't feel that you're fulfilled or happy. And that's not really going to fly. I think in 2022, when we're not happy in things, I think we're just kind of sort of be pushed out of them. I don't think we're going to be able to be okay with that vibration anymore, because I think our vibrations are rising. So I think when we're unhappy with things, we're going to sort of be pushed out of them. So you might want to, you want to go to Kenya. Yeah, that's what I saw. I saw you going somewhere dicey. So you might be able to go to Kenya, but not, you're going to have to kind of move around a little bit, be flexible, but you're going to be able to go, but it's just kind of things move. And you know what? When that happens, when you don't get to go to this city, but you go to this city, something really magical happens. Like you discover a place you didn't know before, and you're happy. In the end, you're like really happy that I never would have discovered this had I not had to cancel that. But work, you're going to have to check in with yourself and understand why you're not happy, and have a real heart-to-heart with yourself and do some changes there.
I get the same thing. I get surrender to creativity. Apparently you need to maybe start thinking about how you can use your creative juices. Let your imagination soar and stay open to all creative ideas. It will bring you healing. So maybe that travel that's taking you to that place that you didn't know was there. And, because right now, I don't think it's up in Kenya, but I do know the South African variant Omicron is not so hot. And it's pretty, I believe they did say that it's very contagious, but it's asymptomatic as well. So you don't even know what you're getting. And I don't know if that will protect you. So anyway, and that's just if you're, but a restructure's coming. Okay, good, Noreen. You need that restructure. And I think you probably need some kind of a creative challenge to heal you and enjoy what you're doing. I wonder if they will allow you to change your job and find something that's more satisfying.
Noreen, I think you have a habit of floating above things. I don't think you get down in the ditches. I don't think you're not a negative person. You don't have a lot of that kind of negative energy around you. If you'll just float and allow this roiling yuckiness at work, if you'll just float above it, you're gonna be fine. Just stay out of it. Try to stay above all of that.
All of the fray. Yeah.
All of the fray. Be above the fray.
Awesome. Good luck, honey. I hope everything goes okay.
And I hope you get to Africa. That's cool.
Really? Suzanne Fortier, do we have any messages from her guides or spirit team?
What's going on with fingers? What you have something? Did you just do your nails? Or do you need a manicure or pedicure? Or there's something, or did somebody have something happen with their hands or their fingers? Something's going on with somebody, either you or somebody in your energy around hands. Message. Suzanne, when I go into your energy, you feel a little tense, like a ball of energy. So maybe that is, do you get manicure? Maybe it's a time.
She says no.
There's nothing going on, but maybe they're saying self-care, right?
Self-care.
Go get a manicure. Go get a pedicure. Go get a massage. you've got a lot of weight on your shoulders, or there's a lot of stress, but you're kind of used to it, so you don't notice it so much anymore, but it's there. And so they would say, take care of yourself through the holidays. It feels like a lot of stress. You're dreading something, and also I'm feeling a lot of stress. Get outside in nature, pamper yourself, go get a manicure, go get a pedicure, go get a massage, go get reflexology. They want you to take care of yourself. They're saying this is not a sprint. This is a marathon.
Mm.
What do you get, Allie? Waiting for liftoff.
I get foundations, Suzanne. If something's out of balance, it says to go back to the start on the foundation of something. This may be the feeling of being unsettled that Susan was talking about. Maybe you're not giving yourself enough time for self-care. And, we can say, well, I do this and I do that, but that doesn't mean you've hit all areas of self-care. It could be that, maybe you're taking care of your hair, but you're not taking care of your other parts of your body. I don't know. And it does say on the other card to surrender to the idea that you can fix someone, except for yourself. You can fix yourself. Each person must be held accountable for their own well-being. So I'm thinking these things go together. The foundation, your foundations want you to start taking better care of yourself. And the holidays are already hard enough. They really are. And if you're not taking care of yourself, then it's quite possible that, you'll wear yourself down. So I hope that helps you, Suzanne.
Well, I just want to add that she's saying she's just waiting for liftoff. And I just said just a few minutes before that you don't think you're under stress. If Allie and I both got the same message, then this energy is in your energy. Okay. Even if you feel like you're fine and there's nothing going on and you're just waiting for good things to come to you and you feel really good, either A, there's something under the surface that you're sort of not maybe connecting with, that's still affecting your body, your energetic body, or B, something is coming and, something is coming towards you that could be a little stressful. Right. So this could be a future thing that they're talking about. But Allie and I got the same message. So there's something in your energy that must resonate with, even if it doesn't feel like it.
She says the second card I got relates to her daughter. She thinks it's diet and exercise.
Okay.
And it's very possible that even though it isn't you personally, Suzanne, that you can feel that about your daughter because you're absolutely connected. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's beautiful, Flora 1111.
I know, isn't she great? And this is her question from last week.
Okay. Sorry.
Thanks, Flora. Yes, 1111 is wonderful. Yes, absolutely. Flora's been coming out of a depression for 2 years. Still having some issues functioning with my day-to-day life. Will I get my life back?
You will, dear. But it's not, this is what, when Allie was talking earlier about creativity, be creative, to Noreen, something that Spirit is always saying is that you're going to get what you want, but it may not look what you think it should look like. It may not come in the package that you recognize as the thing you asked for. Right. So this is what they're saying for you, Flora, is that you're going to get your life back, dear, but it's going to be different. It's not going to be your old life because that's in the past and you're a different person now. So now you're going to get a new life and a better life. Okay. So that hopefully that makes sense to you, but yes, it's coming. Again, they're showing me that blank canvas that they show me sometimes, in the future, when we're not sure of the future, when we don't know, like really know, I'm going to do this, it's blank. And that's scary to us. I mean, that's scary to humans. We don't like blank. That's right. What do we do? How do we fill that space? Right. So go back to you. That's when you go back to you. What do you want? Think about it. If you want flowers, you plant them in the garden. right? If you
Yep.
want this, you do this. So you need to go back to you as you're planning your new life. What do I want? I just feel like you want a little bit more peace and quiet. I don't think you like loud, big, happenings. I think that you want your peace and quiet to just kind of do things the way you want to do them. You like quietness, relaxed. So design your life for that. Don't design your life for other people. There must be somebody in your life that's very big and very brash, because that's how we get depressed, is we give away what we want and we do what they want. And then we become this very quiet person who's surrounded by big, loud people or big, loud things. And then it's not in resonance. That's not in resonance with what we want. Right? So yes, you're going to get it back. I see beautiful, beautiful things for you. But remember, it's a grocery cart in the grocery store. What are you putting in the cart? What are you putting in your life? Imagine that as a cart. What are you putting in there? And if you're with someone or have a family that's walking with you and they keep putting things you don't want in your cart, then how are you going to fix that? How are you going to make sure that you have your own cart? Oh, okay. You want those things, you get your cart. This is my cart. I put things that I want in my cart. We can be together, but you're going to have yours and I'm going to have mine. And in that way, we each get something that we both want and need. Does that make sense?
That's beautiful. It reminds me of Wayne Dyer when he said that, you may have a smorgasbord sitting in the room with you, and it may be lots of really great food, but it's not going to fly over to you. You have to get up and get it. And that's what life is. And so I absolutely agree. There's two things I want to say. One of them, I'm going to tell you what cards I pulled, but I also would love you to go over to Dozen Cats Wellness Chats. She just went through this entire process. She was depressed for 9 years. She had a lot of things she had to work through. She's still working through them, but she opened up a channel after all of these. And I don't think she'd mind if I bring this up, because she's very, very interested in helping other people. And she's a person. She's not a therapist. She's just a person, but she's well-versed in this. I see here that
the channel?
It's called Dozen Cats for Me Wellness Chats.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Kelly. Yep.
Dozen Cats for Me Wellness Chats.
Yep. I'll write it in the chat. But she's also on here, or she was. She comes on here a lot. So sanctuary is what you're being asked to do. I love this card. It's possible that you've been doing sanctuary maybe too long, because it's saying surrender your stubbornness. And I don't know. It's hard. I remember when I was depressed in my life, people would say, snap out of it. Come on, you're fine, and all that. I remember that before we realized depression was an illness. So I'm not trying to be trite when I say this, but it says if you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance, observe yourself, become more yielding, and it will help you to communicate. I think these are perfect cards for you.
And remember what Spirit said. It's going to come to you in some way you may not recognize.
Right.
So don't be stubborn about thinking it has to look like this.
Look a certain
it might
way.
be slightly different than what you're expecting.
That's right. That's right. Well, my goodness. Thank you, Mary Myers. Thank you, Jenny. Very kind of you both for your donations. My goodness. Thank you. I love that. I love that little gargoyle. That's cute.
I know. Yeah. I love it.
All right. So Flora, good luck, darling.
And we're here for you. You've got this.
We are here for you. Definitely. So I'm going to put this up because this is who Kelly is, the lady that I just mentioned. And she has a question here. So that just worked out very nicely. So this is how it's DZNCATS, the number 4, me, and Wellness Chats. And she has her own channel. She's really fabulous. She wonders if we have any messages or advice from her mom, Sharon, or her dad, Gary.
I feel like Gary's coming in first, and she's not far behind him. They're together, which means that they had a pretty good relationship. You know what I mean? But I feel like, and I think you're in the chat, right? I think you're in chat. Yeah. Let me know if I'm on, because obviously they feel strong though. I feel like in this case, they're coming through really strong, but I feel like Gary would be first, right? He would be the first person to talk or to walk into the room, and she would kind of be a little bit behind him. For whatever reason, just, he maybe was a little bit more outgoing. If that makes sense to you. But let's see. So Gary says hi. He says, hi, how's it going? It's like he's greeting everybody. I think he must be a little bit more outgoing person. He's greeting people. Your mom, if you like your mom, I feel like I'm at a party and your dad comes in first and your mom's coming behind him with the casserole. That's what I feel like. Like she's carrying something, like she has the food. You know what I mean?
100%, she says. Yeah.
And so they're at Thanksgiving with you, apparently. I know you guys missed her favorite, or she made something that everybody talked about that they missed. And I think that's why she's carrying it, that she's taking it into Thanksgiving or it's Christmas or whatever it is, the holiday. I love your dad is funny. He'll sit down and just talk to people and like lean in and like look at you and talk to you. You know what I mean? Like when he was with you, like he was focused on you. And then your mom would go straight into the kitchen and be doing things, so they love you. They miss everybody, but they were with you. They're talking about some shenanigans that went on, or maybe shenanigans go on that people joke and laugh, or, oh, right. So your mom was a fabulous cook. Well, she's got something. It's a casserole, and I keep trying to look under it, but she won't let me, because it has to stay sealed until you get to the kitchen. This is the rules. Like, something's going to happen, it's going to knock out of my hand. It's going to spill everywhere. Anyways, they're talking about some fun things that would go on. A lot of camaraderie, talking, people enjoying each other. It just seems like a really nice group of people. I see people in different rooms. You know what I mean? So I'm not seeing like the table set for 20 people. I'm seeing kind of groups of people here and there. But yes, they were there with you. They love you. They miss you. She says you guys have the recipes. I think maybe if you have a sister or somebody, or a sister-in-law, somebody has some of her recipes. She wants to make sure that those recipes are shared down to grandkids. There's grandkids that maybe are not interested, but she's just asking that somebody makes copies of the recipes or make them digital and email them around.
So they stay.
Yeah. So they came in really clear. I think it was because of Gary. He's like, come on. And right through the crowd of people on the other side came right into me. Very strong. It's the quiet ones, the meek ones. It's very hard to get them to come through, especially when I have a crowd. So yes, the sister has the recipes. Okay. So, but get copies. She's kind of worried about it. I feel like a little bit of like anxiety about it. Like somebody needs to get copies about them. Specifically and she's saying you could make, I know this is taking a long time, but you can make your own books on Shutterfly. Shutterfly, they're like $17, and you could actually print out a recipe book.
Cool.
And you could actually put pictures in. You could put the recipe and then put a picture, and then a recipe and a picture. That would be great to do. She's saying, and she keeps talking about grandkids. I don't know. Maybe you guys have grandkids, but that's what she wants them
to have. Yeah.
It would make her feel good to sit there with the kids while they looked at that and reminisced about her recipes and the pictures at the same time. But that's a good idea for anybody for Christmas.
Anybody, yeah.
A Christmas
Yeah.
idea.
It
to
is.
do a book of memories. Kids love to look through those.
Yep, absolutely. So Kelly, they want you to know that they have been watching you and that they say you are out of the woods, Kelly. You made it through the woods. And this is so powerful because they've been watching you all along and they've been worried about you being lost in the woods. Now they're saying you're allowing things to flow and just keep allowing those things to flow and enjoy the journey without pushing. But they're really proud of you, Kelly. They really
are. Really quickly, Karen had a question. I've looked into the cookbooks, but does Shutterfly allow us to use the page with handwriting on that particular cookbook? I don't know what you mean. You can take a picture of their handwriting and just put the picture in there.
I think she means like if you took a picture of the recipe card with their handwriting on it, can you put that picture in there?
It's a picture. Okay. So then it's like you just put the picture there. You just want to make sure it's a clear, when we take our cell phone pictures, if it's shaky or something, you want to make sure it's really clear and crisp, but you just put the picture and that way her handwriting is right there too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Oh, I'm glad, Dozen Cats, Kelly. I'm so glad. That was a beautiful message, Allie, of coming out of the woods.
It really was.
I saw it. They showed it to me too. You're coming out of the woods. You're going into the light.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And helping other people along the way. Yep. It's all good when you can let it go and let it flow, but it's hard to get to that point. It really is. You keep not just you, but everybody tenses up and then, you got to let it go and let it flow. So, yeah. Oh, remember, kids can't read cursive, Marie says. That's true.
Well, they may have to. If you want grandma's recipes, if they're in cursive, you may.
It's funny. There's an advertisement.
There's an advertisement next to it.
Yep. There's an advertisement of a woman who's brought her mother's recipes, and they were like in Spanish, right? And her daughter. There's an ad how you can make the food, and it has also all the different some of my mothers say use lard or use the things that we don't do anymore. So it's funny.
Substitutes.
Substitutes. Yes.
I got to tell you, my mom wants me to make this thing, and then she is insisting on lard for the crust, and I'm like, I don't even know if I can make it because she won't let me not make it with lard. So I'm gonna have to go get lard. I don't know. These are problems you have as a medium. Okay,
they are.
So any messages from my loved ones? Ocean View. I don't know who
Debbie still uses lard. Purple Elephant. Wow, you do? You still use lard?
It's lard in cold water. Nice cold water. I know it's yucky. I know. So this question on the screen is from Ocean View.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I'm going to have a hard time figuring out who Ocean View is.
Can you give us a first name? Ocean View.
I don't know who Ocean View. I don't know how to connect to your energy is because Ocean View is not your name.
Right. Okay. So I could put another one up, and if Ocean View comes on, and gives us her first name, we can use it and not.
At least right? I usually like the name of the person.
Yeah, I understand. Ocean View, if you're not on here right now and you're listening to this, then just send me an email at Heart and Soul Connected and tell me who you are, and we can do that. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. Now, I put the word Green Tara on here because her avatar is Green Tara, and there aren't many people that are into Green Tara. I'm one of them. Jean Alabri is the other one. So when I see it, I go, because I love it.
Okay.
Please ask my guides if I am to write a book, and if not, can they tell me how to serve?
First of all, your energy is very, it's just beautiful. Your energy is really, really pure, right? I think that you've worked on, I don't think you had much in the first place, but I think you've done a good job of kind of getting rid of some of the human ego that we have. You seem like you come from a very pure place from your heart. If you were to write a book, I heard yes. But I think that it's a little further out. It feels like you're supposed to do some steps before that. And the steps are not writing. So it's not, the steps don't have to do with the book directly. We've been talking about this whole time, like how they say, how Allie just said, let it flow, and you can't really control it. And that's what they're saying. So I think that what you're supposed to do is to, they're talking about ministry, not religious ministry, but they're talking about helping people. I think you already help people. Don't you already volunteer places or something? I don't know if you're in the chat, but I feel like you already, you serve already. Like you have done things. You've volunteered maybe in a soup kitchen or a food kitchen or donating or giving out food or something like that. You like to donate. You like to volunteer. And I think that's the steps. They're asking something else of you. What are they asking of you? They're asking for you. Embrace yourself, believe who you are, embrace your inner beauty and magic. And I know that you're going to say, I already do that. But when they say that and you say, I already do that, then they're telling you that you could, there's more.
There's more.
There's another way to still embrace. Here it is. You're a giver. You're a giver. Well, we need to also be a receiver. So they want you to work on this receiving part.
See,
that makes you uncomfortable.
There's green Tara.
Does it make you uncomfortable to receive? That's the step they need you to work on before you write the book, because otherwise it's like yin and yang. It's balance. They want you to balance the giving and the receiving. So once you balance those a little better, the book is just going to flow out of you. I hope that makes sense.
Om Tare Tu Tare Sure Oha, which is Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha, which means I give thanks to the beautiful mother for all suffering, for the relief of suffering. Well, you're going to like this because you came up with 2 green cards. I love that. The first one says, love is always hopeful, infinite and divine, and worth the climb. And I think you're already climbing, so I don't think you need to, so that's, but it says to surrender to the beauty of the natural world. And I don't know what your book is about, but perhaps once you allow to be given and go out and receive also from the universe, the nature, the sentient beings, that your book will just flow. It says to take a relaxing break and replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and ecstasy in nature. Maybe you'll be writing it outside. I don't know. Or maybe it's got something to do with individual nature. So good luck. I wish you well. Thank you.
Yes. And it's coming. I mean, they said yes. It's just that it's going to be easier if you do these other steps.
Yep. Thank you so much, Claire. All right. Hold on. I got one. I'm trying to find it. Oh, stone marble. All right. We got another. Everybody wanting to move. Is everybody feeling the call? Is it because you've been stuck so long where you are? Maybe. Even Susan has the call. Yeah.
It's 2021, you guys. It's a 5-year. It's a change year. And Spirit
year.
told me, oh, you think you're done changing? And this was like in the beginning of November. They said, there's 2 more months left. I'm like, my God, really? I mean, they're going to, until December 31st, to the very end of this year, we're going to be feeling this energy of change and moving and that kind of energy. Okay, when I finally get, what's the question? When I finally get to move, where will it be? I'm currently in the Bay Area. when I finally get to move, where will it be? Stone marble, this is a bigger question than that. There's a lot going on here, I got to tell you. Because it's a big, it's a complicated thing. But let me see if I can just break it down. When I finally get, where will it be? That's the problem. That's the problem. That's the complexity.
That's the issue.
Where will it be? Because you're not settled. If I'm reading your energy, Stone Marble, I'm getting that you're not settled about where it will be. And you're in the Bay Area. You certainly, correct me if I'm wrong, but you like water. I feel like you would be happier around water. I feel like you like the ocean. I mean, you don't have to be on the beach, ocean front, but I feel like that energy is sort of calling you. It may be temporary, but the moving water is calling you more than a lake. So I would probably put you along the coast still, maybe in Oregon or maybe in Seattle or Washington, but along the coast is what I'm feeling for you. That
Staying
makes
in the
sense.
West, though.
Let me know if
Yeah. You see in the West, though, I'm guessing. Are you?
she doesn't want to live near the
want
water, but she likes the ocean and the sound of it. That's what I'm saying. The power of the ocean
Being
draws
close
you
to
near
it. Right.
but you don't. I didn't see you living on the ocean, but I think you would like
to be near enough to it to get
near
there.
it.
Yeah.
I don't see you. Let me put it this way. I don't really think that you're going to be happy in the desert Southwest. I don't feel that you're going to be happy in the Midwest. I don't feel that you're going to be happy in the South, although there is some energy for you in Georgia. But like in the mountains or in Asheville, North Carolina, there is some mountain energy around you. That's why I think this moving water, the ocean, it's temporary, but it's there. You need it still. You're not done. You're not done figuring this out. But when you get done, you could possibly move those directions. But I really, truly see you more around trees, verdant grass, that stuff. What do you think, Alex?
Okay. Well, what I get, Stone Marble, is that you are going to you need to go on a deep inward journey.
Yeah.
And you'll be rewarded for it. So I'm thinking that, you want to move, but you have to move inside before you can move to the outside, right? Be compassionate with yourself. Be kind, and let compassion flow through your soul. Take the time that's needed to do the inner journey before you do the outer journey. Make sure where you're going is going to, a lot of times people go on a vacation and they go somewhere and I want to live there. Oh my God, I love it there. It's wonderful. And then they go live there and it's not so wonderful anymore. So, you don't want to make the move until you know for sure you're comfortable with where you're going. But anyway, thank you. All right, we just got a couple more here, Susan. Let's see.
And thank you, Dusty. That's so sweet of you. Good to see you in the chat.
Oh, I guess we have more than I thought we did. Oh dear.
I got to pick up the pace here.
I know. I'm going to put on, I know Camera Girl is here, so I'm going to definitely have her thing here. All right. And I'll see what I can clean up in the meantime here. There you go, Camera Girl. All right.
So sorry for your loss, Camera Girl.
Yeah.
It's not all that long ago, July, honestly.
No, it isn't.
All right. I wish I had your dad's name, but I think I have him here. You also have a grandparent. You have a grandfather on the other side as well. Mike, thank you. His name is Mike. Okay. It just helps with so many people in spirit. It just helps me to make sure. I feel like Mike, your dad, I feel like you guys were close. I feel like you guys had a closeness. I feel like he was he a young dad? You know what I mean? Like, maybe he was young at heart, or maybe he died young. I don't know, but I'm just feeling this sort of like, not the kind of dad that would watch football and be separate from you. I feel like you guys could pal around a little bit. You guys, I think you also shared that interest of photography in a sense. I think that he supported you. I think he was a supportive person. I think that he would encourage you, right? He would be very encouraging to you. And I feel like in some ways you were almost friends, right? You had this sort of friendship. He was 20 when you were born, right? So he was a younger dad, and a good guy. I'm not sure about the home life. I'm not sure if there wasn't some other, like, I don't know if your mother, if you didn't get along with her, or if you weren't as close, or there was some reason that you and your dad bonded more. Maybe you were just more alike. You know what I mean?
He loved her photography.
Yeah, he's very supportive. And so anyway, I'll just switch to him and stop instead of describing him. I will say a message from him. So he loves you. He wants you to keep doing the photography. He says bigger is better. Make the pictures bigger. He knows. I think sometimes you make these little pictures and they're really cool, and sometimes maybe you're into details, and maybe you don't know. You're like, I don't want to make it really big. I mean, I just maybe think, Dad, I don't want to make a 16 by 20 or 30 by 40. But he's like, yes, make a big picture, make it big, put it on the wall, be proud. He wants you to be proud of your photography, proud of your creativity. And he wants you to be proud of the woman you are too. He's saying, he's also saying really quickly, I'll try to move fast here. He's saying, you have an interest in the occult. Obviously you're here, but, he always wanted more prints. Yes. The wall, put him on the wall. But he's also talking about your fledgling. You're into saging things, candles, some kind of thing. You're just into this kind of work. And he wants you to know that you have abilities, that you should explore them. Don't poo-poo them. Don't think that you don't have them. He says I think he's saying you're clairaudient. I think you've heard things, like you've heard your mom, you've heard voices, you've heard your name called, you've had experiences. And I think you came onto this community to sort of figure that out, to kind of understand it more. He's like, yes. And your grandfather's coming in now. He's very proud of you. He's also he's been with you a lot throughout your life. But anyway, your dad says he loves you. He's with you. They're all three of them, but two men for sure in your life a lot. And they say, believe in yourself, really walk proud. I think that you can be a little bit quiet sometimes, or a little bit not so, you're definitely not the kind of person that's like, look at this photo, look at me, I'm great. You're not that person, but your dad is just cheerleading you still from the other side. He loves you so much.
Yes. And he wants you to prioritize your own self-care and love. She wants you to love yourself. Absolutely. And that there is an opening. There's an opening for you. You're going to be receiving some gifts from the universe, and be aware of them. Know that you are open to receive. And I want to tell that to other people. Of course, it's a giving season anyway, but be open. Do not turn away somebody that is there to give for you. Because we feel fine giving, but when we receive, we feel kind of awkward, We shouldn't feel awkward. We should say, thank you, universe. Thank you, everyone, for your love, because people don't give unless they want to, that's why they do it. So be open to prioritize your own self-care, self-love. Thank you, Claire Beaumont. That's very nice.
Yeah.
You've backed off sharing your photos. Oh, no, 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 no. You can't do that.
That's why your dad is saying, look, I don't know. A lot of times there's like an art co-op, right?
Yeah.
Or like a gallery where you can just work and then get free wall space.
Yeah.
So you don't have to buy the wall space. He's telling you, put it on the wall, put it on. He keeps saying, put it on the wall. But he also says it's okay to accept this new you. And I want to say, and Allie wants to say, and he wants to say, this is your community.
Right.
You know, we will recognize you in the chat. You have friends here. You have support here. You are welcome here.
That's right. That's right. And by the way, you can also see my daughter had some of her pictures that she had taken put up on the wall. You have to do the frame and everything, but like in a therapist, a massage office, or a chiropractor's office, or a doctor's office, and you can sell them that way, you know, and they need the art and you need the money and the space. So yes, don't try everything you can and know that it will all work out in divine timing. Thank you so much. Yes. All right, let's see. I think we're getting very close here past time. Let's see. Let you know. I have this one that's up. And
1111 right now.
Oh, it's 111. Oh, that's true. 11. For me, it's 1111. So yeah.
And here it's 111. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 left. I don't know if we can do all of them.
Let's see what we can do.
All right.
My sister will be able to move and buy a home together. Okay, my sister and I be able to move and buy a home together soon. The answer is yes. However, there's some buts here. And is your mom on the other side, or your mother-in-law, or is there some kind of mother figure who's got opinions about this as well? Maybe it's your grandmother, actually. But anyway, here's the thing they want you to understand. You guys, you and your sister have some changes coming. Okay, so right now, yes, it's good. You can buy a home together. But you need to understand that one of you, however unlikely this may seem, I'm telling you, one of you may meet somebody and want to move. Or somebody may meet somebody and want to bring them in your house. I know this may seem like this is never going to happen. Susan is crazy. I've seen crazy. I've seen it. I've experienced it. So what you just want to think about that, okay? Think about it. Like, what would happen if that happened? Am I going to buy you out? Can one of you afford to pay? Yeah, your grandma is like, she's got opinions. That's what I call it. When somebody's talking, they got opinions. So your spirit guide, now that's opinions, but I want to tell you what your spirit guides are saying, because that's a different opinion. Your spirit guides are saying, just go into this with your eyes wide open, right? What would happen? Can I pay the bills on my own? If they moved out, would I bring in a roommate? If I moved out, would they bring in a roommate? I want you to think about these things before you do it. If you do it that way, if you kind of have a bit of a plan or some kind of idea about it, you can do it. I mean, you're going to do it anyway. I think you're going to do it anyway, but I just would rather you go into it. You know, forewarned is forearmed is what my guides are always saying. So hopefully that makes sense. Grandma loves you, by the way.
Am I wrong, or is Stone Marble your sister?
I don't know.
I don't know if it's you. I know that Stone Marble also has a sister on here, and I think they want to move in together. Yes, yes. Okay.
So you can do it. It's just make plans, guys. I'm telling you, we get to this point where we think, I'm never going to meet anybody, or that this is going to be like, it could really work out. It really could work out great. But when you're looking for the house, is it maybe a duplex? Does it have a full basement? Just think about this in advance, that should somebody get a partner, what would we do? Think about it like that. Because somebody is getting a partner. I'm just going to tell y'all right now. Somebody is
Oh,
getting a partner.
one of them is okay because Stone Marble wanted to know whether she is going to move and so on. So obviously this is intertwined. So one of them is going to get a partner. Is that what you're saying? One of these girls, and what will happen to the other one if they do? So think about that. That's where the inner.
Okay with that.
Yeah, that's where the inner journey.
That was all that complexity. I was like, this was too complicated. It was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like something had to be figured out before you could move.
Ooh, this is a good idea. Maybe a duplex.
A duplex is fantastic. But if you can't do that, I mean, they're expensive.
They are.
Just think about it when you're moving in, right? I mean,
yeah, or a place with a
full basement is a good
idea,
especially
two separate living.
Own exit.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It has to be Stacy Starr because you're not interested in a relationship. Okay.
I did say one of you.
I know.
And I'm going to tell you, you can say whatever you want. Spirit's like, yeah, we'll see about that, Missy.
We'll see about who we want to have a partner. Okay.
So I know, but something is brewing. There's a relationship coming in
somewhere.
Sure.
Yeah. So as long as you maybe have your own separate living space, you're right there with each other. But still, I get motivation here. You both are motivated to do this. Obviously, we're seeing this. The hardest part is the climb before the summit. Yes, UB Junior. I think so too. I think last week Stacy asked about finding somebody. So yeah. All right.
And said she is. So
yeah.
Stone Marble's cracking up.
You are the joy seeker. Yeah. So yes, you're definitely motivated and you want to do this with joy because you love your sister and you want to be together. I think it's going to happen, like Susan said, but it's complicated, a little complicated.
And if you look, this is why we have readings. You know what I mean? So we can sort of prepare a little bit, right? So if you pick that place with the full basement over the place with the 2 or 3 bedrooms, because a bedroom's not really enough privacy, right? I mean, that's, a full basement would be like a whole other living space or a converted attic or something.
Right. Good luck, ladies.
Good luck. Let us know. Keep us posted about that new love coming in. February's coming.
February
coming. 14th.
So this will be the last one for today, please. I'm sorry, but we usually don't go over like 11:15 or 1:15 or whatever, because it's a day off for us. Hi, Valerie. So I'm going to add yours to the next week's. You will be at the top of the list for next week to go first, like I did this last week. So this is on a banana. My grandfather keeps popping into my mind. Is he trying to tell me something? He was known as Pachico. All right.
Yes, your grandfather is popping into your mind. He's just trying to, well, I take it back. Hold on. Oh boy. Anna Banana. What's going on? Okay, so first of all, let me make sure I got your grandfather. I saw like about 50 things all at once. I mean, first of all, he's showing me that he I think at some point in his life, like my dad always comes through and says that he likes to fish. Well, this man never fished when I was alive because he had kids and he never, ever could fish. But if I didn't know that about him, I would say that the medium is wrong, right? So for your grandfather, I feel like at some point he liked to dance. I feel like he feels like a man's man. Like you know what I mean? He would like a lady and to dance with her, whatever. Secondly, I feel like he could have an opinion. You know what I mean? He might be the kind of guy that's going to tell you his opinion, whether you want to hear it or not, and I feel like he's not loud. I feel like he's quiet about it, but he loves you. I mean, you are he was very close to you, whether or not you knew that. He felt like that. He was a part before he found God. He was a major part of God. That's what he's showing me. It's like, ooh, I like the dance and the ladies. Okay, anyway, So yes, now and he found God. So, but are you in a relationship? What's going on? He's talking about he feels like he spoiled you like crazy, and that's the problem. This is what he wants to talk about. He feels like somebody in your life isn't spoiling you. Are you in a relationship? Because he has his opinions about some things. I don't know if it's a child in your life or work or a guy, but he feels like you're not being treated the way you should be treated. That's the thing he wants to talk to you about is standing up for yourself. You have to stand up for yourself. I don't know. I can't tell. He's pretty. I mean, I don't have the time to ask him a bunch of questions. Divorce becomes final next month. There it is.
Okay.
So he's not happy about this guy, this person. He's on your side. I mean, he thinks that this person has, this guy has taken its toll. This relationship has taken its toll on you. And he feels like he's showing me like your shininess has been tarnished. Like you don't feel as vibrant and, beautiful. You don't feel as beautiful as you are. He's like, you really are beautiful and you have so much to offer and you're just such a beautiful soul, a beautiful woman, a beautiful person. And he feels like you're getting, kind of down and depressed and kind of, also I think winter kind of makes you a little bit depressed or a little bit down. So he just feels like you're feeling down and he wants to bring your energy up. He's showing me red roses, red, dark red roses. He wants to give them to you. He wants you to feel valued. He wants you to feel loved. He wants you to know that you are worth loving. He loves you. He misses you. And he wants you to know, don't feel less than. I think that's his message.
Wow.
He loves you very, very much. And he will fight for you.
Oh. Well, I got a forgiveness will set you free. Forgive yourself. Whether or not other people thought you two were a good couple or didn't think you were a good couple or whatever it was, right. Doesn't matter. It was what you were supposed to do. But now it's time to let it go and and free yourself. Okay. He was the only person that would make him feel good on the regular. Yeah. She gets winter depression. Again, acceptance. I get 2 acceptance cards. So yeah, there's double acceptance here. Grandpa, is on your side and accepts you, even though you were with this person. And he says, forgive yourself and accept yourself and you will be set free. And it will take a little bit of time because we tend to say, oh, if I only hadn't married the guy or if I only hadn't, whatever it is, So yes, absolutely.
And divorce is not failure. You didn't fail at anything. I feel like that he's telling me you feel like, it's just like what Allie just said, it's not failure though. This was just, look, you took a ride. It just didn't work out. You know what I mean? Like, I think you in your head had already, you know what I mean? You had gone down the road. You could see all these years ahead. And it didn't work out. And you're just very sad about it, which is understandable, right? But he just wants you to know that you're worth loving, you're worth respecting, and the next guy's going to get it right. Or else.
Emmy J, I thought we already read for you. Hold on a second. Sorry. I'm sorry. All of a sudden oops, did I leave? Am I here? No. Am I still on, Susan?
Yes, you're there.
I am?
There. Yeah.
Why can't I find it?
Uh-oh.
All right. Hold on. Sorry. I don't know what happened to where I am. Now I'm on double.
And then it became a horror show. That's YouTube. You're on YouTube, right? You have YouTube on? Yeah. she's trying to find it, Emmy. She's trying to find your question. Thank you guys so much for the voice of God. Yes, exactly. I hope that was helpful, Anna Banana. I mean, you know, really and truly, there's love for you, and you can have that relationship that your grandparents have. You really can. It's there for you. I know. Okay. Move for me a different home in 2022. Yes. Do I see a move for you in 2022? Yes, I do. Soon. They're talking soon. Maybe sooner than you think. Summer. I think you would prefer to move in the summer. But it might be, it's up to you. You have free will in this, okay? There's some things you have to do. I don't know if it's cleaning out the house or if it's, there's some steps you need to take. And if you start getting on this now in the spring, you could easily be moved by August, by June, July, August. Joy, yay! It's a lot of moving, guys. We're gonna have a lot of moving.
I don't know.
You'll have to turn off the YouTube. Just delete that tab. Because you're still on StreamYard. Yeah. Yeah, those light things work. They do work. I mean, it's like a light panel. But get outside, girl. When the sun is shining or there's light, make it a point on your lunch break, whatever, get outside. Oh my God. That is crazy. Okay, I don't know how to fix that. Okay. Bye, everybody. Much love to you guys. Thank you for joining us so much. Much love, everybody. Bye.